and share your story and talk about Ascension. Um, so yeah, I think I'm live in my Facebook group. I think I might be live on YouTube. I don't fucking know, but we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. So I can see Sarah, you're watching. Hello, my darling. So the purpose of this is just really to talk about my experience so far, about this whole Ascension journey, and just to open up the opportunity. Hiya, George. If anybody is has any questions that they might like answering, I'm not coming from a place of an expert or anything like that. Hi, Angela. But just really for me to help to maybe try and shine some of my knowledge, my wisdom, what I've learned on my journey, what I've picked up, to try and sort of help you guys as much as possible on this absolute wild ride that we are experiencing right now on Earth, because it basically is. So if you are watching on either my Facebook group or on my YouTube channel, you know we live in a freaking illusion. You know that this is a whole matrix. It's about to crumble. Yeah, that we're letting go of the financial systems, the political systems, the medical systems. The entire lot of it is about to go. And yeah, that might feel scary. It might seem a little bit unnerving when we think about all those kind of things happening in the future. But this is what we are here to do. This is the rising of the consciousness. This is the great awakening. This is moving into that golden timeline, the new earth that we are actually here to create. So I wanted to speak to, I wanted to share my journey of where I'm at. But I also was really interested first to ask a question. So, Angela, Jenny, Amanda, thank you for watching. If you are, curious on this journey, we all use the word ascension, right? We're all like, yeah, we're ascending, we're going to the 4D, to the 5D, we're becoming our higher selves. What does that actually mean to you, though? What is it that you are expecting? What are you imagining is going to happen moving forward on this journey of ascension? Because I would be really, really interested if you have an answer to that, if you wanted to pop it on the comments. I'm just drinking cacao. So this is a type of plant medicine, organic, from the cacao beans, and it's really amazing for opening up the heart space. Our hearts are basically a portal to our higher selves. And I've pretty much been drinking cacao on a daily basis for about 18 months, ever since my entire world went upside down on this journey. But it has really, really helped me to connect in to my higher self, to my guides, to who I truly am. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. Has anyone got any answers for me? What are you expecting from Ascension? What are you imagining might happen in the coming months and years? Because when I've asked this question before, some people, for me especially, moving into this space from that truth, the community, from expecting this loads of disclosure to come out and all fear, and then expecting a person to come and save us, or a person to be the leader and to maybe usher in the new financial system, to maybe usher in a better way of doing things and create more equality in the world. Revaluation of money and bring in the med beds and all of the hidden technology and all of that jazz. I was probably absolutely guilty of that, expecting that was going to happen, expecting that we are just waiting for a person or a group of beings to drop out of the sky and to come and save us and create the new earth for us, create the new systems for us, create the new structures for us, show us how to heal ourselves and all the rest of it. But do you know what, guys? I just got some news for you, because we are not wait in this is my truth, right? So take what resonates. But I do not believe that we are waiting for a person or for beings to drop out of the sky, the disclosure to come and save us. I believe we are those beings. And when I say we, I mean me and you watching this. We are part of the team that have chosen to incarnate to come here to usher in the new earth together. Yeah, we are part of that. How do I know that? Because I can feel it. I feel it in my body. Yeah, we have got the ability to heal ourselves. All of us have. All of us are super powerful beings. We are incredibly powerful. We cannot even begin to imagine the level of power that we have and what we are capable of doing and achieving with our bodies, with our energetic beings being incarnated on earth at this time. It is insane. We are more than capable of this. We are more than capable of being in true alignment to the frequency of money. We live in a physical world, guys. Let's get real. We all need the stuff to be able to live. And I truly believe we can all be in complete and utter alignment to the frequency of money, that it can come into our world, into our experience easily and effortlessly without having to go to 3D jobs anymore, without having to prove our worthiness by trading our time in a job in exchange for money, because that's all part of the old system. The whole idea of doing a job, doing something that we do not enjoy, is part of the old system. It's all part of that old slave system. We have got the ability to move ourselves away from this old matrix, this old way of living, this old way of being. We can do it, and we can do it now. Not only we can do it, but if we want to really do what we came here to do, to step into our power, to truly uncover who we are, how powerful we are, and to really set everybody free in this new earth and create this golden age together, then we absolutely have to do this. Because the longer we wait for, what are you waiting for? What is it that you're looking at? What is it that you're looking out to the world for? What are you expecting to happen? Because the longer we sit back and wait for all that to happen, guess what? We are giving our power away to something external, something that, let's face it, might never happen. But here's the good news, because, like I say, we are all super, super, super powerful. We all have what it takes inside of ourselves right now. And I just wanted to share, because where I'm at on my ascension journey, whatever journey this is, journey of coming into alignment with my higher self. So I know I'm being pulled towards a new way of being, a new life. I know that I am not going to be able to recognize my life in another 6 months' time. It's an incredible journey. But if we're gonna move towards that, if we truly, really, really, really want to do this thing called ascending, and we really, really want to move towards this highest possible timeline, this golden age, then we've got to find the fucking courage inside of ourselves to evolve. Yeah, to let go of the systems, to not rely on all of the things that we have been taught to rely on, been programmed to rely on. The financial system, money system, education system, everything, our health. We have to take complete and utter control of it ourselves and responsibility. Because with the ascension comes this rising of awareness that we don't need any of these institutions to tell us how to live, to tell us how to be, to give us our rules and regulations and make us live in these constructs. We don't need any of that. The only thing that we need to do in order to ascend is to get into alignment with our higher selves, because there is not one other person on this planet who knows what you are here to do, who knows the easiest and best way for you to get into alignment with your soul self so that you can fulfill what you wanted to fulfill when you chose to incarnate here on earth. And getting into alignment can feel scary. It can feel a little bit different. Why? Because we are programmed to live in the matrix. We are programmed to get up and go to work. We are programmed to watch the same bullshit on TV, the same programs. We are programmed to have the same conversations, to have the same routines, to do the same things day in, day out, week in, week out. So if you are a person who is looking at your life now and thinking, actually, has it changed much? Has my life changed in the last 6 months? If it hasn't, you're not ascending. Because when you ascend, you are letting go of your old way of being. You are letting go of all of that fear-based routine, security, everything that you've thought you've known in the past has to go. We actually have to shed it all like skins. And it literally is, because this is who we've been. This is our very whole way of being ever since we were incarnated on earth as these incredible aspects, these fragments of pure God source energy. Everything that we have experienced, everything that's been taught to us by our parents, by society, it's created programs in our bodies. Programs, social conditioning. This is how you need to be. You have to grow up. You have to go to school. You have to go to college. You have to get a job. This is the only way to be. You have to get married. You have to have so many kids. It's all created us into being who we actually are right now. And because it is so ingrained, it is so much a part of us, we just think it's normal. You might be listening to me thinking, well, how on earth am I supposed to get out of that, Laura? How am I supposed to walk away from my job? How am I supposed to not be rushing around taking the kids to a million different clubs on a night? Well, the answer to that one is fairly easy, because all the first step would be is to ask your guides, ask your spirit team to come in and start to open that door forward for you, to start to come in and drop in some messages, some opportunities for you. Something will just click one day if you are open and if you are slowing down enough to see it, because this is the main, this is huge, is slowing down. Because in life, this matrix, again, programmed, gotta go, 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 go. We're programmed in for such a young age. Get up, go to school. You've got to get up early. Your day starts and then you're working, you're doing your homework. There's so much distraction. And why are we so distracted? Because our soul selves, our true selves, everything lies inside us. And the only way we access it is if we slow down enough to listen, to feel the messages, to notice the signs, to see the synchronicities, to watch as the doors open and the opportunities unfold around us. And believe me, they absolutely do. So when you choose to slow down enough in your life, enough to start to maybe see yourself as a third person, observe yourself, because you're not your body. We are not our bodies. Our bodies are just the physical manifestation that our souls wanted to use as a vehicle, as our souls experience this experience, what we've created here. But as soon as we slow down enough, watch ourselves. Why am I rushing around? Why am I doing all these things? Why am I choosing to put everything else first? Why am I choosing to run around and post all this stuff on social media? Look how good I am. Look how good I am as a mum. I'm doing all these amazing things. This was me, by the way. Please like me. Please notice me. This was basically my story that I've figured out. When we start to realize the way that we are being, all of these things that we're doing, always giving our time, always going the extra mile. We're trying to get appreciation, acknowledgement from people external to us. There's just programs. It's just all programs because it is exactly what school taught us to do. Work harder, try harder, please your parents, please your teachers, please everybody around you, please the neighbor down the road, please this person, please that person, be who everybody wants you to be. We're not going to ascend doing that, anyone. What we've got to do is stop and pull back from all of that programming, come back to ourselves, give ourselves that time just to stop, slow down, connect with ourselves, and start to notice the little things moving around. Because guess what? If you are looking to move away from a job, if you are looking to move away from the whole system, there is something inside of you that you can bring to the earth, that you can bring to humanity, something that you absolutely love doing. I've always been a firm believer that every single one of us has an amazing soul gift. We all have abilities, passions, creative, just something that we can bring to the earth, that we can bring to help other people, that we can just really bring value to others, to help them in some way, or to bring something to enhance their way of life. And even if you're watching me now thinking, well, you might be the case for everybody else, but that's not me. Do you know what? I was that person that I thought that about myself. At one point, I never thought I could be anything. I didn't think I was good at anything. I thought I was just this person who I would only ever be an admin assistant in the world because I wasn't good enough to be anything else. I wasn't good enough to be an important person who actually was doing important things in the world. That wasn't me. That's for everybody else. I didn't have a skill or ability. I didn't have anything special to bring to the world. This was what I used to tell myself, yeah? This is what I believed about myself. But then on this journey, you go in and you do the inner work and you start to realize, actually, there's a hell of a lot of amazing qualities that I have that I've just buried. I've been programmed to bury them and bury them and bury them because I've been programmed to become the person that I thought I needed to be in order to be liked, in order to be accepted, in order to feel worthy by the world. And when we start to slow down and we start to recognize these things within ourselves, and then we start to listen to our higher selves and we start to follow through on those little nudges that we get, those little thoughts that pop into our heads, those moments of inspiration, when we start to listen to those and we actually trust them and we actually follow through, it turns out that this gift, this something that we can bring to the world, starts to develop and it starts to get bigger and bigger. And then we start to move forward in that place of trusting. And then that's where our life starts to change. This is where ascension starts to happen. When we are letting go of all of the old things that we used to think and believe, all of the old things that our life has taught us to be and to do. So a very real example of this, and this in my community, if you're in my Facebook group, you'll probably see this a lot. If you're in my membership, you will see this a whole lot because everybody in there seems to be moving in the same direction. That we come into this space, we know we've got a calling, we feel like there's something bigger for us to do. We don't know what that is, but we connect in. We do the healing work. We listen to the guidance that we get through. We understand what it is and we know how to learn to trust that intuition. And when we do, spirit just drops in amazing gifts, amazing abilities. These women are now stepping into these places of where they're actually channeling healing energy, that they're channeling beings, dragons, fairies, angels, so in touch with the angelic realms to be able to help others, to be able to really channel that healing energy to help, to heal, to really enhance and just bring that value to others. Like, how insane is that? It's mental. It's incredible. And this is what I'm seeing so much now, like literally on a daily basis. This is what I am witnessing. because this is what's happening. We are in the ascension. Everything is changing. Everything is evolving. People's lights are switching on all over the place. And we can choose to just stay in our little boxes and keep showing up in the world like we always have and do what we feel safe to do because that's who we've always been. We can choose to wait for the aliens to drop out the sky. Or we can choose to believe that we have the power inside of ourselves. And I'm telling you, we all do. And when we do, it's just about getting into alignment with that power and watch as your life unfolds. Watch as the miracles start lining up. And I am not kidding one little bit when I say this is what happens. This is what happens. So, right now, I'm just going to have a drink. And if anyone's got any questions, by the way, I'm just watching. I've got Pippa, Sarah, Elaine, Claire. Well, thank you all for watching. If you've got any questions about Ascension, whack them in, because I was sat in the bath yesterday and I thought I'm going to put in a little update in my Facebook group about where I'm at in life, because I know things are just going to start to go crazy. And Spirit was like, no, you're going to do a live. You're going to do a live on YouTube. And I was like, no, I'm not. I didn't feel like it yesterday. I literally slept all day yesterday with that energies. I mean, how many eclipses, ladies and gents? it's just mad. I'll have a little mustache with my cacao because it's all frothy on top. Mm. Sorry, I'm slurping as well. Okay. So what's going on in my world right now? So right now, I am sat in a house which went on the market about a year ago. It sold once, which was amazing. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is exciting. What Spirit got for me? And then the sale fell through in February. I can't remember when it was. And everybody was saying to me, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that your house isn't selling. I'm sorry to hear that news. But here's the thing, there is no sorry about it, because everything happens for my highest good. I firmly believe that. And everything on this journey, when you are in alignment with your higher self and you know that you are being pulled towards the thing that you're here to do, even though we might not really know what that is yet, everything happens for us. So the house is still on the market now. Interestingly, I have a TV company coming to film here tomorrow, some program that has been filmed. But whilst the house is on the market, it's like I am literally living out of bags. My whole life has been packed up in storage bags right now. So Lydia and Nicole are quite happy up in the Lake District. I mean, they have created the most amazing life for themselves. If I could have imagined the most incredible life for them too, I wouldn't have been able to imagine anything like it. So as a mum, obviously, the kids are like a huge part of my world moving forward, because I know that there's something change coming in my life. But it's really, that's been one of the biggest struggles for me, is thinking, what about them? What about their future? How's this going to look if I'm traveling around the world or doing whatever I'm here to do? Then how's that going to impact the rest of the family? So what Spirit has created has been, and this is what I'm saying, when we are on this journey and we're working with our higher selves, literally Spirit paves the way in the most beautiful way. It's just insane how it happens. So basically, they've created this amazing life up there. They've got brilliant friends, a fantastic community, opportunity, just adventure, freedom. Everybody knows them. They've got their own jobs. It's just mad. The friends are insane. I could not wish for a better bunch of people that my girls are now associating with. It honestly, it blows me away when I hear about their friends and what they're doing. One of the friends has got a helicopter, right? It's like, what? In what world do people like us associate with people with helicopters? Yeah, the kids own their own boats, and I'm talking proper posh boats as well, and I'm talking the kids, like 16, 17-year-old kids. It's like it's mad because for me, I've always had my own programs around money. I'd never grew up, a particularly rich family, and Mr. G never did either. So we've been really conscious recently of putting our money stories onto the children because we know how much we've picked up from our parents when it comes to money and all of the programs around money, and that it's not easy and there's always lack and all the rest of it. So we've been really, really conscious about what we've said in front of the children to make sure that they don't pick up on our money programs. And then Spirit has just dropped in this amazing lifestyle for them. And I just think, wow, it's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So they're living the absolute dream up there. Whenever I go up there, it's like it's like I spend a little bit of time with them. But they're just itching to go off with their friends. Well, which teenage kids don't want to spend all the time with their friends? So it's almost like me, mum, my services are a little bit like not needed anymore. And again, it's again, Spirit has just made this whole transition for me so easy and so smooth because it's actually not me moving away from the girls. They've chosen to be where they want to be. They've chosen to be around their friends. They've chosen the path they've taken. And Spirit has just rewarded and rewarded everything. Not rewarded, I guess, but has just made everything so fucking easy for all of us. It honestly it's just mad. So they're up there. So I'm sat in a house that's on the market. I'm literally living out of bags, and it was crazy because I just got the download one week a while ago now. Get some storage bags, Laura. Start packing your clothes away. And I'm thinking, why am I packing my clothes away? But I didn't really question it. I just did it. And then, yeah, it's like opportunities for traveling just seem to come at me. So the past couple of weeks, I've just been traveling around the UK, went over to Ireland, just meeting up with some amazing people. The people that Spirit have been guiding me to sort of work with. And it's almost as if I felt like I was doing a tour to say hi to everybody, but also to say bye to people. And that sounds really, really weird, but it's how it feels. Because now I'm back in Leeds for a couple of days, and then I'm heading off again for a few days this week. And then I'll be coming back and then back up to the lakes. And then I'm going to Seville to stay with Hannah. And then I'm straight over to Wales to host this, co-host this retreat, which again, none of this is what I've planned. When we think about moving forward, and if Spirit had told me any of this stuff, I'd have probably been pretty freaked out about the idea of it just being separated from the girls. But because it's been this journey of me just slowing down and trusting and following the guidance and packing my clothes up when I got told to pack my clothes up, it's been so smooth to get me to where I am right now. And where I am right now is just in this place of I have not got a clue what is happening, but I can just feel the excitement in my body that something insanely mental is about to unfold in the most beautiful way. So just to rewind as well a little bit, because there's something else that I will share a little bit of. So back in March last year, I thought I knew what my life looked like. And again, when you're on this journey of ascension, these are the things that we've got to let go of. So back in March last year, I thought I knew that my life was mapped out. We'd be selling the house, that we would be traveling as a family, that we would be spending most of the winters in the Caribbean, that's what we were doing at the time. And that, yeah, as a family, we would literally be traveling the world and having these amazing experiences together. And then, like a bolt out of the fucking blue, because let's be honest, this is what happened. It's like I got this almighty download that no, Laura, you are not going to be with Mr. G in the future. And I was like, what? I literally had a tantrum with Spirit. I was like, No. If you think I'm on this spiritual path, if you think I've got to split my family up to move forward, absolutely no, no way, absolutely not. And it took me um, a little while, a long while, a very long while to sort of come to terms with that. But again, it's this place of trusting and surrendering to my higher self, because that was a very clear message. It was a very strong message, and I can't explain it, but it was like this really deep knowing. And it was really, really hard. And it was really hard to have this conversation, because how do you explain to somebody that you're just not supposed to be with them? Nothing's changed. I haven't changed the way that I feel about you, but I'm just not supposed to be with you. And um, I literally remember saying, I feel like I've got something to do in this world, and I don't think I'm supposed to be married whilst I'm moving forward with this. That's what I literally said. There was no reason for it. There was no logical reason for this decision, other than Spirit had told me that this was not the connection, the partnership, the marriage that was supposed to be for me moving forward. Fucking insane, right? And Mr. G at the time, bless him, he'd watched me, he'd supported me. We'd been together for 22 years. 22 years. He was my rock, my best friend, my soulmate, everything. Got on brilliantly well. There was no reason at all for us to break up. No reason whatsoever. I truly thought I would be spending the rest of my life with that man. And he said to me, he said, "It's like you've joined a cult, Laura. It's like you've completely transformed. Don't recognize you anymore." And he were right. And I did actually question myself, have I joined a cult? Have I? Um, but this is the thing, because all I had done is connect to myself, to connect to my soul self, to my higher self. And I was listening to that guidance instead of operating from survival mode, because what I didn't realize was that our relationship with my traumatized self and his traumatized self, in this codependent relationship, it's almost like an unspoken contract. Will you provide for me and provide the security for me, and I'll nurture you and give you the love that you're looking for? This is what human relationships are like. It's like like I say, it's an unspoken contract. But I was coming from my traumatized self when I entered into that, and he was as well, because we both looked to each other for what we needed, what we were lacking in ourselves. And that was probably easily the hardest conversation that I've had to have. But like I've said, with everything on this journey of ascension, when you're working with your guides and you're moving to this place of um yeah, ascension, and just moving towards what we've come here to do. Spirit literally carry you through all this shit. Yeah, even the hardest things is nowhere near as hard as what we can imagine it is, or is what we usually imagine it is. And Spirit just carried us both through. So going from that place of him telling me, Laura, it's like you've joined a cult, you've pressed self-destruct. I've actually, a few months ago, my light language activated his light language. He's working with spirit, he's activated his galactic self, he's healing himself and others using the white light coming through him. And he's also met his twin. So for those of you who know what that means, you know that this is a divine, fucking strong divine connection. And the insane thing is, his twin came to me through the light language I activated. Her light language, she is an incredible being. These two are clearly connected. They're all in the astral together constantly. And they've got a hell of a lot of work to do. They're carrying the twin codes, they're carrying the Venus codes, and they've got a load of grid work to do together. So, can you see how things work out? Can you see how insane the bigger plan is, the bigger picture? So from me being guided back in March 2023 to pull away from this connection, to now that divine union happening in order to bring what they need to bring to the earth is insane. Fucking insane. But this is the thing that when I talk about trusting, because it's huge. I mean, how do I even play this down? I don't even think I can. But we've all got such an amazing soul plan, right? And we can't even begin to imagine what is waiting for us, what is about to unfold for us. We can't even begin to imagine the enormity of what that looks like until we are brave enough to step away from the person who we have been, until we are brave enough to just let's just give it a whirl. I mean, when I had that conversation with Mr. G, I'd been on this journey a little while, you know. I'd learned to sort of trust in my guides, to know what intuition was. And I knew when I had a feeling inside my body that it wasn't me. And especially to have a conversation like that, I knew that was not coming from my human. That was coming from somewhere much, much bigger. And so when that happened, I had enough trust and faith in myself to know that I had to do that. And honestly, it has been the most amazing 18 months because we have both just come from this amazing place of love. And we could not be we're closer now than what we ever have been in 22 years of fucking marriage. Because now we are talking about what's going on in the astral. We're talking about what's going on in dreams. We're talking about the downloads that we're both getting. It is such a deeper connection now because we are both being true to who we are. And it's just insane. And honestly, when the amount of synchronicities, the amount of transformations that I've witnessed in other people over the past few months, people doing massively scary things, really scary things, you know, walking away from things and people, having conversations with people and things. But these are the things that we need to do if we are to move forward, if we are to take this step forward on the ascension journey. We've got to stop being the person that we have been. That person that we have been is just a programmed version of us. It's what life has taught us to be. Every single one of our behaviors, they are fucking programs. 95% of what we do is a bloody program. Yeah. And that is a tough one because our ego does not want to believe that. Our ego thinks it is in conscious control of what we are doing. It's not. My entire marriage was a fucking program. It was from me coming from a traumatized place of needing to feel liked, needing to feel like I belonged, needing to feel worthy. As soon as I can give those things to myself, then I can understand what true unconditional love is. Because I no longer need a person to make me feel special, to make me feel wanted or chosen. It I don't I know I'm going off on so many tangents here. I don't even know what my message is, to be honest. What is my message? I guess part of why I wanted to, or part of why I felt like I was guided to do this is because I know life for me is about to just blast. I don't know what that's gonna look like, but I know it is. And I kind of wanted to document exactly where I'm at now in terms of not having a clue where home is, not having a clue where I'm going to be going in the future, letting go of my attachment to my rock, to my security, to everything that I needed as the 18-year-old version of me who met Roy. You know, moving away from that and attachment to the girls, you know, when we have children, we like to feel needed, right? We like to feel like we belong, that we are useful. We like to feel that appreciation from them. And now, super independent. Can you see how all of these layers of me, my life has just been gone whoop what, let go of everything, Laura. But that might feel like it could be a scary idea, but it's really not, because what's happening for me now is I'm making way for what's coming in. I ain't got a fucking clue what it is, but um, but I feel really excited about it. And how can I feel excited about not knowing what's going to happen next? This is the journey. This is a journey of ascension. We are all super powerful beings, ladies and gents. We all have the ability to heal, to fix ourselves. We all have the ability to give ourselves exactly what we need. We all have the ability to heal ourselves on every single level. And we all have something amazing to bring to the earth, to bring to the world. And when we trust ourselves enough to just follow that feeling, follow that intuition, follow that movement forward, let go of our old selves, that old way of being, that old programming, that old rushing around, doing everything that you've always thought you needed to do, and make space in our lives just to listen and follow this guidance, we get taken on an amazing journey. And it is an amazing journey, because I've literally started writing a book, and I think I'm supposed to write 3 books, because the synchronicities and the miracles that have been happening in all of that. So I've given you probably the worst, or what I suppose what most humans would see as the worst points, but it's not, because for me now I feel like I'm in not full alignment yet, but I feel like I am really getting to know who I am authentically, really starting to step into this new version of Laura, whoever she is, whatever she's here to do. But I've needed to let go of a lot of that old version of Laura in order for me to be able to even start to become who I am and what I'm here to bring to the world. So that's my message. If you are looking for ascension, if you are waiting for a person to come and save you, if you are waiting for the aliens to drop out of the sky and usher in this wonderful new earth, I don't believe that's going to happen. I believe we are the aliens. I'll do a little light language transmission as well, actually, whilst I'm on. Yeah, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to say. But I can't even see if there's any questions or anything. But I can always come back to those and drop them in. So if you I don't know, if you're looking for healing or activation, or just to feel something from spirit yourself, just to feel a little pull, a little bit of something, and you're open to receiving a light language transmission, let me just see what I feel is right to do on this video. Let's just ask spirit just to pop in, please. Guides, galactics, angels, light beings. And this is transmuting energy. Energy is transmuting time and space. So anytime you listen to this, just close your eyes for me and just be open to receiving what wants to come through for you for your highest good. Just to really help you move forward on your ascension journey, to notice the signs and the synchronicities and the messages, to be able to hear that guidance in whatever way, shape, or form it comes through for you. It might be seeing things, hearing things, feeling things, imagining things. You might just know things. You might have felt a pull to do something. It feels a bit scary. It feels like you're not quite sure you really want to do it yet. That's your higher self talking to you. That's your guides trying to pull you towards your path forward. So just asking the light language now, spirit, to come through me, just to really help to strengthen this intuition, strengthen this knowing, strengthen the heart, strengthen the connection for anyone who's open to receiving, to really help to propel, activate the knowing, the remembering in all of the people that are watching this, wherever they are, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. Korea soria kutokoria ario tokoria ayanaria kario kutokusaki ario toria niakiata. Hu ayaki okutokosa ayanari okutokori asianari akiata. Hayani okotaki onari asiki arioson yani akiata. Huaria saki okotaki okoria saki onoria siana. Hayani ayanari aki okotari okosaki ani okotokoria. Horia saki o koria aya no koto koria no koto kosakoto koriata koto kosakiata. Koria nari o koto koria saki ki oto koria na ayaki o ko oria sari o korio sokoto. Hi o koria na ariana aria koto koria ayo koria nio no kosakiata. Huario sorio ko orio saki o koria si aniana. Furia sacario kutukusanio kutukurio socoria. Fua oayana ayono oriana ario kotoria si ario socoria sikiata. Okay, so just take a deep breath for me. And with light language, obviously, there's no English translation, it's a frequency. Our human minds are probably not supposed to understand what it is if you didn't get the messages in your mind. It's a feeling, you might have felt something in your body. If you didn't feel anything at all, that's totally fine as well. So, we all interpret this frequency differently. We'll all feel what is meant for us, and we'll interpret it the way that our bodies are beings need it to be interpreted in order for us to help us move forward with what we're here to do. So just be with that. If you do feel any guidance coming through, connection to your higher self, any intuition, anything that's just dropping into your mind, I would just say be curious about it. Don't dismiss it. Just allow it to be and ask your guides for more information. Ask them to help you to move forward. Ask them to help you just to really highlight the way and show the way forward for you. Um, if you're really struggling with the guidance, an amazing rule of thumb is to follow what feels good. What do you feel like doing? What actually just lights you up right now? What makes you feel good? Because this is a brilliant indication of our personal passions, of what we are really truly aligned with, what it is that lights our soul up. If you're anything like me, you probably might not even know that. It took me a long time to even think, what do I enjoy? Because I was running my programs. I was being Laura that life had taught me that I needed to be in survival mode. Yeah, but just be with that and just be open and slow down enough to listen to when your guides and angels want to come through. Is there anything else that I want to cover? I'm not sure there is, and if there's, just looking at some of the questions, but I'm not sure. I'm on Instagram. No, I'm not. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. Well, if anyone does have any questions that I can't see, because technology has never been my strong point, just pop them in the comments. If you're looking for support on this ascension journey, if you're looking for more guidance on how to move forward, this is what I created Beyond the Illusion for. It's a program. It's an online program to work through. We meet up every single month with Q&A to help you through any more guidance or clarity. But basically everything that I've learned on my journey, Spirit just kept downloading it to me to be like, yeah, this has got to be in a program. This was one of the things that I came here to do, to help people move beyond the illusion. Yeah, we see the illusion, we know it's there, but how are we supposed to evolve beyond it? That's what Beyond the Illusion program is all about. It's about us expanding, evolving, growing, healing, ascending, and moving to this higher timeline, to be in alignment with who we truly are and to do what we came here to do. So if that's calling to you, I will put the link into the comments or into the description. Any questions at all, just pop them in the comments. And thank you for listening to me today. That was a lot shared. I hope you have the most amazing day.